schools in Cuba, teaching kids how to read and write and
Semper
use the
Fi Herring looking to defend his title for the 4th time tonight. He is 4-0 in World Championship fights. The 2012 Olympic Games team captain, the 2012 U.S. National Championship amateur gold medalist. Let's make it official.
Gentlemen, welcome inside State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. This bout is sanctioned by the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission. Executive Director Matt Woodruff. Our ringside physicians Jeff Trout, Chris Hazrati, and Andrea Hill. Our timekeeper this evening, James Coy. Our judges at ringside, Glenn Feldman, Ed Canner, and Rocky Young. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Mark Nelson. Now, to everyone here inside State Farm Arena, Atlanta, Georgia, and to the millions watching on ESPN, this is boxing, this is Top Rank, and oh baby, this is the main event. 12 rounds for the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, presented in association with Antonio Leonard Promotions. He weighed in at 130 pounds, wearing white trunks with red and gold trim. He brings a perfect record, 16 fights, 16 victories, 8 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a 2016 Olympic silver medalist. He is the former featherweight champion of the world. He is the WBO #1 junior lightweight contender, representing Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 129.8 pounds, wearing gray camouflage trunks with red trim. He brings a record of 23 victories, only 2 defeats, 11 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a proud U.S. Marine Corps veteran, making his 4th world title defense. He is the reigning, defending WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World from Carl, New York, Jamel Semper Fi
All right, here we go.
Jamal, Shakur, you've already received your instructions in the dressing room. You both know exactly what I expect. A good, clean championship fight. Just obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck to both of you. Back up all the way. Back up.
And it's about to be go time, Chris Algieri. Time to back up all the talk, and it starts right now. 12 rounds of action scheduled for the WBO Junior Lightweight World Championship. Christina Poncher and Chris Algieri here with you. The champ, Jamel Herring, the blue and red gray trunks. The challenger, Shakur Stevenson, in the white, red, and gold trunks, both southpaws. And according to Jamel Herring, wants to get started right away off that stick, Chris.
And doing a good job so far. He's landing a good jab to the body, into the head so far. Shakur Stevenson, as we know from the graphics, very, very difficult guy to hit, keeping his opponents averaging less than 5 punches around.
4.4 to be exact. That's got to be frustrating when you're standing across the ring from a guy that you just can't land on.
Oh, there's no worse feeling in the world. I'll tell you that firsthand.
Sure.
You can't hit a guy in that boxing ring, and you know it's going to be a long night.
But Jamel Herring has a strong corner behind him. The B&B Boxing Academy, Brian Bomac McIntyre, Red Spikes, and Isao Dieguez feel like they put together the perfect game plan, A, B, and C, being that they know Shakur Stevenson very well. Actually, he helped train alongside with him for his last fight.
You know, both men are southpaw. I'm going to be curious to see who takes the advantage from that.
It has been not something that has brought Jamel Herring much success, be it that both of his losses as a pro have come to southpaws, but that was before he joined his new team. He's been undefeated ever since joining B&B, as Shakur lands a nice left hand, much to the crowd's delight. But
that's one of the reasons why Jamel has had trouble with southpaws in the past. He doesn't necessarily see that left hand, especially a looping or an overhand shot, which Shakur just landed.
And he does tend to cut over that right eye. Several scars there, a lot of scar tissue built up over that right eye. Something to watch, as that back strong hand in the southpaw position from Shakur.
You know, that's one thing when you're a southpaw fighting an orthodox fighter. Dipping to your right is safe. You're getting out of the way of the power hand. But it's the exact opposite when fighting another southpaw. You're dipping into the power hand then.
And that's exactly the way that Jamel is moving here in round one, constantly moving to his right.
Yeah, toward that power left hand of Shakur, which we said is very crafty and versatile. There it is again.
Shakur always calculated, everything with a purpose, everything with intentions, does not waste punches.
Has great balance too. Changes levels up and down very, very well.
Back up.
Round two, scheduled for 12. This is a world championship fight. Jamel Herring looking to defend his title for the 4th time. Shakur Stevenson looking to win a 2nd belt in as many weight classes. Was a champion at 126, won a vacant belt there against Joet Gonzalez. Didn't defend it, just moved right on up to 130 pounds, which he has filled out quite nicely at this division, at this weight class. Continues to grow at just 24 years old.
Shakur is looking very, very sharp these first 2 rounds. Great defense. Jamel not really able to land.
Oh, let it go. It's there. Lock, let it go. It's there.
Flashing a very, very sharp jab, setting up good left hands, and controlling the center of the ring. I'm surprised by that, actually. I thought Jamel was going to put a lot more pressure early on.
Yeah, that is something that he told us, Chris, in the fighter meetings, is that he was looking to kind of push the action from jump, be more of the active fighter, kind of use the jab, kind of hit Shakur wherever they could, albeit in the shoulder and the elbow. Up top, just continuously keep his hands moving.
We have not seen that.
And that is not what we've seen yet.
Jamel's really having trouble finding his range.
Oh, nice lead right hand from Shakur Stevenson as he lands a jab and a good left hand.
Shakur's a lot busier than we've seen him in the past, especially offensively.
Strong jab for Shakur Stevenson, setting the tone.
Now Shakur looks very good. Strong, sees everything. Beautiful jab.
Jamel trying to establish his jab and get in any sort of rhythm, but Shakur Stevenson having success again here in round two, setting up everything off the jab, landing the left hand beautifully.
Just mixing everything up so well. Lead right hooks, solid jabs upstairs and downstairs, looping left hand, straight left hand, you name it. Shakur's showcasing it. Jamel, you know, him constantly moving into the power hand is very concerning for me right now.
Don't let him go that way.
Oh, strong jab right to the face, like he saw it coming and took it anyway.
Yeah, not used to seeing Jamel get hit with such clean jabs by anyone. Jamel is a very good defensive fighter as well.
Oh, well below the average of what typically fighters at the division get hit with, but Shakur having success early as he backs Jamel into the corner.
Shakur showing good power too. It seems like these punches are affecting Jamel thus far.
Even with the jab, like a power, strong jab.
Very strong.
So if you're Team B&B in that corner, we couldn't listen in to hear what they told their fighter, but what would you think they're telling him the adjustment's going to be here coming into round 3 for Jamel Herring?
I would say it would probably be to stop moving to the right so much and look to cut off the ring better. Put some pressure on Shakur and get him into a firefight. Because really, this staying on the outside and trying to box it isn't working with Shakur right now.
So far, Shakur Stevenson has outlanded Jamel 35-14 through 2 rounds.
My point exactly.
Don't let him go that way.
Just to back it up with some facts there,
Yeah,
Chris. And backing up Jamel Herring is exactly what Shakur Stevenson is doing.
Oh, banana high. Banana high.
With the code words out of the blue corner from Wally Moses. Banana high? Is that what we just heard?
I'm wondering if that's a looping shot.
Don't let him around that corner.
Big swing there.
Oh,
Just missed. Good jab. Back both men.
you can see the difference right now in just the hand speed of Shakur and Jamel.
Yeah, and Jamel's fast. Jamel is fast, but Shakur is on a different level.
Oh, bad intentions here from Shakur as he tries to rough up the champ.
Herring just
Right hand, left hand, back with the right.
for that left hand.
Down to the body goes Jamel for the first time in the fight. And then Shakur makes him pay up top.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Back to the stick goes Jamel.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Good try there by Jamel. Throws a looping shot, but Shakur takes it on the shoulder.
Ooh, nice 3-punch combination there from Shakur.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Shakur's combination punching.
I got it. Step clean.
He's really letting his hands go.
Jamel still looking to get in his rhythm, get in his groove.
Well, I like this body language more, though, from Jamel. Coming forward at least, putting some physical pressure. He is the bigger man. He's got to use that size. There we go. Putting that physical pressure on there.
He tried to shoot that double jab, left hand.
If he just stays on the outside with Shakur, he's going to run shots off all day long like that.
Well, in the middle of the ring is where Jamel kind of wanted to bring Shakur into, but right now I think he's thinking twice about that as it's Shakur landing the harder shots on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, Herring spent most of the fight on the outside of the ring. You're absolutely right. Shakur has taken the center early and kept it.
Jamel trying to use those feints to draw on Shakur, but he stays right at that distance as he left a big smile walking back to his corner.
Beautiful work from Shakur Stevenson so far on how to fight a southpaw when you're a southpaw.
And he's fought a southpaw most recently in December of 2020 when he won a unanimous decision against Tokakan Clary. But he had such a great and long amateur career. He's fought many a southpaw. Was not going to be a concern for him coming into a world title fight against a southpaw. In fact, he was quick to remind us that it's more of an issue for Jamel, as we alluded to earlier in the broadcast.
I was just told that Shakur outlanded Jamel 24-7 last round. Oh, the jab. His judge of range has been perfect tonight.
Yeah, ring IQ is just something that comes synonymous with the name Shakur Stevenson. I mean, he's shown that from fight number 1 as a professional, and there's not too many, regardless of weight class in boxing right now, that can outsmart or outthink Shakur.
That is absolutely true. And Shakur said it yesterday in the fighter meetings, weight doesn't win fights, skills do. And we're seeing skill on full display right now.
And he said that when people asked how he was going to deal with the size advantage and the reach advantage and the height advantage of Jamel Herring, and he wasn't worried about it.
No, he's been neutralizing it thus far. I am curious to see what happens in a few more rounds. If Shakur slows and if Jamel is able to impart more of that physical pressure and use his size.
Be careful. Get your head up.
Yeah, and one thing he did give credit to Jamel Herring for is not only his team, but his conditioning. He says he's always in shape. He's always on point. He always is ready to go the distance. So he knew that he was, if it goes into deep waters, it wasn't like he was going to be able to wear him down as far as conditioning is concerned.
Oh, absolutely. This could be a whole nother fight in the second half. Neither man really investing too much in the body. Although Jamel just landed a couple jabs there. Now you see Jamel trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm. Catches a left hand on the inside.
Yeah, and even kind of trying to clip Shakur on the elbow anywhere, part of the game plan. Just make contact where you can, Jamel, is what we were hearing out of the corner and what we were told earlier this week.
One of the high ring IQ things that Shakur does so well is he breaks rhythm.
He caught him with that uppercut.
That right hook hurt. He's able to break his opponent's rhythm. He breaks his own rhythm, which makes it so difficult to read him and to figure out what he's going to do.
I'm reading a quote that Jamel gave us. He said, "I can't be pushed around. I can't be bullied in there. I got to be the bully." Not going that way.
No, not seeing that so far.
Stand your ground. You got to rough him up. You got to go with what we told you. Go with what we talked about. You got to rough him up. I think he wants him to stand his ground a little bit more, Chris. I mean, that was the game plan. We said it.
Yes, that was the game plan, and also you asked me what I thought he needs to do in that corner, and that would be the adjustment. He's got to get some ground. He's got to go forward. He's got to try to put some leather on the young man.
Round 5 scheduled for 12. Christina Poncher and Chris Algieri here with you from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Jamel trying to solve the puzzle that is Shakur Stevenson. Only landing at this point through 4 rounds, 17% of his shots.
Yeah, the puzzle that is Shakur Stevenson is still very much a problem for Herring at this point.
At least that shot landed to kind of the backside there of Shakur is kind of what Bo's talking about. Just land and get your hands on his body anywhere that you can. Oh, and a big shot clips Jamel as Shakur patiently waiting for the opening and finding it right now as Shakur's backed up Jamel against the ropes.
Shakur is finding every hole in the defense of Jamel Herring right now.
Precise.
Don't punch.
Efficient. Technical. Smart. All things to describe Shakur Stevenson in the performance thus far.
Keep your hands free, guys. Get out of there on your own.
And notice his body position even on the inside. He puts himself in a power position. He tees off on his opponent, steps in between the legs of Jamel Herring, and steps back with his other foot. Even though he's a smaller man, he puts himself in stronger positions.
Right around the guard.
Hands free, guys.
Jamel.
Good left hand there from Jamel.
Yeah, I was just going to say having success there on the inside.
And
with the left hand.
Bomac wanted. He wants the overhand left.
Tries to shoot that uppercut. That's the shot you like, Chris.
Yes, that's what I believe is the most dangerous punch in Jamel's arsenal, is that rear-handed left uppercut.
Finally, a bit of success here for the champ. The last minute of round 5 is
You know, it's almost like Jamel is saying, listen, I'm getting hit anyway, I might as well throw with you.
It looks like a small abrasion over the left eye of Jamel Herring.
Yeah, that's not normally the eye that gets damaged. But some of those strafing right hooks from Shakur have been touching him there.
Hands free, guys. Get out of there. Break, I got it.
They tussle it up to the bell as Jamel tries to even impose his body weight on Shakur, but Shakur just looking too sharp.
Yeah, although a better round for Jamel, I still couldn't give him the round. I still got Shakur, you know, taking that round as well.
He had a good 20-30 seconds there in that last minute, the beginning of that last minute.
Yeah, but he got caught early and got hit with some big shots. Came back, like you said, for a good 20-30 second clip. And was better off towards the end of the round, but he took too many punches early on for me to give him the round. There's that overhand left that he landed that Bomac has been calling for from the rounds, from in between rounds. And there we see the body work to that left uppercut, which landed pretty nicely. Best work so far done by Jamel Herring.
10 seconds, back up.
Was in that last round, round number 5.
Round 6 and likely just more of the same. If it's not broke, don't fix it out of the corner of Shakur Stevenson. They like what they're seeing from their fighter.
I like what Jamel is doing now. He's jabbing high, jabbing low, doubling the jab, and targeting the body rather than the head. It just seems that the upper body rhythm of Shakur has been too elusive. There it is again. And using his body weight as well.
Put your hands free, guys. There you go.
Mark Nelson letting him work out a bit here this round. Not mad at that at all.
Yeah, Jamel needs to make this ugly.
Yeah, and he should take advantage of those moments when he's in close. It's when he had the most success in the last round.
Absolutely. He needs to push the pace here. He can't stay on in this range.
This long range is not to the benefit of Jamel Herring, and I think even Jamel knows that, but he's having a hard time as the heads come together once again. Oh, and he eats a jab. Quick.
That's the thing. That's where he's in danger, is that middle distance range. He needs to step through that. He may have to get hit to get there, but at least he got to let his hands go once he does get the real estate he needs.
Shakur with the hook. And Shakur also doing a great job of fighting off the back foot too. I mean, he's very comfortable early in the fight, being in the center of the ring. Right now, Jamel in the center, but Shakur still landing right there as he wobbles the legs for a minute of Jamel with that hard right hand. You saw the legs buckle for just a second.
Yeah, there's definitely been a change in the fight in terms of positioning. Jamel is controlling the center of the ring, coming forward, but he's still getting hit with big shots and being effective.
Don't punch, I got it. Step back clean.
But at the very least, that's more of where Jamel wanted to be position-wise. He gets hit with the right hook. Again with the right hand from Shakur.
Shakur
down to the body with the right. Jamel blocks that.
So precise around the gloves.
I got you.
Jamel's got to be careful with that positioning right there.
That was a good counter attempt from Shakur.
Just missed.
Grazing shot, but you see him thinking, you see his eyes. I say this always about high-level amateurs with that big background. Their eyes are different. They see everything. You see him analyzing, adjusting, picking his spots. That's why he's so efficient and precise.
We need more work.
see, as we said, the change in body position. You got Jamel coming forward and Shakur fighting off the back foot, but it's still Shakur landing the shots that are having an effect. That was a lead right hook that caught Jamel. There it is. There's another shot. The right hook that's just been going right around the glove. And again, Jamel thinks his hand is up, and Shakur finds the hole over and over again. We spoke at the top of the fight about what it's like being in there with someone that you can't hit, which is a very scary proposition. But another scary proposition is when you think you're being defensive and you're still getting hit, which is what Jamel Herring's going through right now.
Halfway through our World Championship fight. Round 7 scheduled for 12. Christina Poncher, Chris Algieri bringing you the action as Shakur Stevenson has been pretty dominant, to say the least, through the first half of this fight. Jamel having some moments, but really having difficulty getting in any sort of rhythm, landing consistently anything on the challenger, Shakur. Shakur is looking very strong tonight.
Yeah. Strong, sharp.
Yep.
Really having his way. Having his way coming and going.
Okay. Step back. Stop. Oh, I got it. Hey, listen to my commands, guys, okay?
And now even Shakur is getting rough on the inside.
Well, yeah, he's not going to let Jamel try to punk him in that sense, even though it was Jamel's game plan to rough him up. He wants to give him that right back. And it's kind of confusing, too, because sometimes Mark is letting him work, and sometimes he's hands-free, and sometimes he's jumping in, so it is hard to gauge.
Yeah, but Shakur is adjusting to each and every way. Again, I'm really impressed with his inside, the way he's able to tie up the bigger man, put himself in a powerful position, and control the clinch.
Jamel, little grazing shots on the thigh there.
I got you. Step back.
No complaints from Shakur.
Step.
Hey, Jamel can get rough in there. He'll hit you anywhere he can.
He knows everything about taking it to the trenches if need be. Literally and figuratively.
He's been in real trenches.
Absolutely. 2 tours in Iraq as a Marine veteran now.
No, don't punch.
One thing he said is, I know I got more heart. I know I'm a dog in there. We haven't had to see. We don't know if Shakur is. He hasn't even had to bring that, though, out yet.
Yeah, no.
Not at all.
Shakur has been in the driver's seat tonight.
But we're going to see. I think that they felt like the later rounds are going to be an advantage for Jamel because he gets stronger, but I don't know. I think he's dug himself in quite a hole at this point. As he tees off right here against Jamel. Jamel just holding a lot in this, trying to get some work in on the inside to the body, but Shakur getting the best of these exchanges.
Little smile on the inside from Jamel Herring, looking at the Shakur Stevenson corner.
Break.
Hey, Shakur, don't let him grab you. You want it, he gonna
Oh, nice left hand there off the break.
You know, Christina, you mentioned, the second half of the fight is where Jamel and their team thinks they're going to have the advantage, but you got to put water in the basement.
100%.
And it doesn't seem like he's been able to do that.
I mean, you get the sense that he's kind of just cruising right now. There, Jamel lands a shot to the body, but
they're scrapping on the inside there, but still it just seems that, Shakur has been adjusting even to that type of fight.
You got to give yourself some room to punch on the inside, okay? Work on the inside, all right? When y'all get close together, take a half step back and work. Let your hands go, all right? Mel, after y'all get work, you got to be first. You got to
Here we see Jamel landing my favorite punch of his, that left uppercut on the inside. Came in with the high guard, faked with the lead right hand, and came up with the left hook shot. And then we see a pretty nasty low blow. Ooh, and a nice shot upstairs with the low blow left hook combination.
Yeah. Low blow left hook, and there it is right there. As you see Shakur complain about it, Jamel try to land, but I mean, he has every right to. That absolutely was a low shot, and not the first of the fight. I will say he's landed a couple on the thigh and on the hip, but I mean, it's kind of what they said they wanted to do.
Get the water here.
Whatever it takes to put your hands on him.
That's it. Shakur landed a good hard shot on the inside that seemed to buzz Herring again. Herring's been recovering really well, though, which is a testament to his physical conditioning and his lifestyle.
I think Bomac telling Jamel in the corner, you got to let your hands go. You got to be first.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He's got to be first. Because if you're just sharpshooting, you know, you're dealing with a sniper in there in Shakur Stevenson.
Right now, it sounds like easier said than done for Jamel Herring, as he's got the game plan, but he's just been unable to execute, as again, Shakur Stevenson lands to the body.
Shakur looks like he's setting down his punches this round. Oof, that jab. Popping the head back of the champion.
Break, don't punch, step back. Step back.
Neither one really want to give up an inch on the step back, make him step back.
Jamel is working so hard to get any real estate. I 100% understand. Ooh.
Keep him up, man, keep him up.
Ripping shots, high and low.
Shakur takes it down to the belt, then back up top with the left hand.
Just mixes up those left hands so good. Head, body, straight, around the corner, over the top.
Get your hands free.
And
Get
I think you said it, like Jamel
there.
working so hard, it looks like he's having, it's so hard for him to get anything done, where things are coming so fluid and with such ease from Shakur.
Yeah, exactly. It's really well put.
Good. Hands free, guys.
It's like watching two different fights.
Work out of there. Break, don't punch. I got it.
Double jab left hand from Stevenson. Right through the guard with the jab again.
Jamel trying some different things now. Changing levels, jumping in. Digging to the body on the way out.
Or the hip.
Again, do it again.
Trying to tag him on the inside. There's a good shot landed by Herring.
But even Shakur, when he does get touched, you know, he changes his body position so well. He drops his level, gets his shoulder up high. You don't know how clean he's actually getting hit.
All right, break. I got it then.
And nothing that will cause any effect on Stevenson to this point.
Oh, good body shot on the inside there.
Get your hands free. Step out of there.
You know, Shakur is really showing his class.
Break. I got it. Stop.
Every stage, on the inside and the
10
outside.
10 seconds. Obey the bell.
And Shakur himself has said, I don't think that I've had to show everything that I can do. I don't think that anyone has seen the best of me yet. It's just the way that things have gone in my career. You're seeing another side of him, another level of him tonight. But I still do believe that there's even more.
Stay long, stay long.
I'm told that Jamel has landed 12 body shots in the last 2 rounds, which has been a good change from the earlier rounds, and that's something that is a big part of his game normally.
And he's had, I think, the most success with those body shots when they are close inside, somewhere that they found themselves a little bit more in the last couple of rounds, where it's given Jamel a better chance to land. But
I got it.
I mean, when you look at the scorecards, it's probably hard to find a whole round. And as Shakur just tees off here in round 9, that Jamel has won at this point.
No, I have it a shutout for the challenger, Shakur Stevenson. Like you said, it's been hard for Jamel to string moments together. Enough in 1 round to take the round.
Break, I got it. Step back all the way. Step back.
And not to mention just the offense of Stevenson. It seems like whenever Jamel has a better round,
get out of there.
Shakur puts his punches together and rattles off combinations.
What do you make of a little more of the holding, a little more of the clenching we've seen the last couple rounds?
I mean, I think it's good for Jamel to be in the inside and make the fight rough, but right now it's not looking too good.
It's not, and Jamel shaking it off saying nope. Usually that means yep. Because he did get clipped with a few of those shots. It just walks right in.
I mean, he's
got another one.
He's got to be frustrated.
Stop! Don't punch. I got it.
A little at this point. I know Jamel is a tough, proud guy.
Oh, and he's going to work until the final bell if they get there. There's no question about that. But we talked about solving the puzzle, figuring out how to get rhythm, get inside, get something going. And I mean, we're in round 9.
Get out of there, guys.
But Jamel's trying.
Absolutely, not for the lack of it.
Coming for you, absolutely.
And he will continue to, but it's just, you can tell it is a little frustrating.
If there's a way, Herring will find it.
And he's got the team to guide him there. It's just a matter of execution at this point. And that's something that Shakur's been able to do very well, is execute.
Clean step.
There just might not be a way tonight with Shakur Stevenson, though. He's looking so sharp. Fighting a brilliant fight.
Get your hands free.
I do think in this round, and maybe even in the last round, he hasn't let his hands go as much. He is pretty efficient with his shots, but I think maybe his output's just slowed just a tad bit from Shakur. Even here, the last 30 seconds I've been talking here, he hasn't thrown a shot.
Yeah, this has been the least active round for Stevenson.
Yeah, agreed. But sometimes when the champ sees blood, it turns something else. It turns him into another gear. Let's see if he can use that as a little bit of a motivation, as another gear here as we get ready.
Stop.
Round 10, 11, and 12, and now that cut opened right back up, and they're quickly going to take a look at it.
Big cut.
It's good. I just don't know where it is. I want you to just look at it.
Red light, red light, red light.
They're going to take a look at the cut,
Neutral corner.
and they're going to let him work. Like I said, he's done this time and time again. Had a battle through the cut over the right eye.
Jamel alluded to that in the Carl Frampton fight. I think that really spurred him on to get the fight over with. And for my scorecard, he's going to need that here tonight as well.
And according to CompuBox, after that last round, that's 42 rounds in a row for Shakur Stevenson that he's outlanded his opponents. 42 rounds in a row.
That's not surprising when you keep your opponents to a 4.4 landed percentage per round. And he's been so offensive.
And more of the same here on the World Championship level as he backs up the champion. Blood streaming from the right eye of Jamel Herring.
Jamel pushed off the ref like, no, I'm good.
Like, let me go. A warrior through is Jamel Herring. But Shakur Stevenson having his way tonight.
Super sharp tonight.
Peppering that eye. Those white gloves are turning pink now. And it is over. The referee has jumped in, stopped the fight, and Shakur Stevenson is the new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the world.
Wow. That kid is special. Absolutely tremendous performance against his best opponent by far.
Shakur Stevenson has done it. The referee saw enough from the cut, steps in and stops the fight in round 10. Nothing but respect now for these two. They hug it out. And likely we're seeing the passing of the torch right now in the junior lightweight division. As a new champion will be crowned. Shakur Stevenson has done it. He has beat the champion, remains undefeated. I know that Jamel is disappointed because he's dealt with that cut. He's fought through that cut before. But he was down so heavily on these scorecards. Chris, are you okay with that stoppage right there in that moment?
It wasn't the cut. He was getting hit with a lot of punches all night long. but it was really getting heavy that last round, and he just didn't seem like he had the ability to defend himself. You know, he had his hands up, his guard up, and Shakur couldn't miss. Like, he's just going through the guard, around the guard, up the guard. It's just...
He kind of looked like, what's going on, what happened, why? And I understand that because of the type of fighter, the type of heart that Jamel possesses. I'm not going to sit up there and,
I understand both sides. I understand why the ref was stepping in, and I also understand why Jamel had a look of disbelief at the time of stopping. But there wasn't much argument afterwards from Jamel.
And at the point of the stoppage, to be fair, and we don't have a look at the official scorecards, but he was down every round on yours.
Yeah, the only arguable round was the one actually previous, where Shakur wasn't as busy.
As you see the sportsmanship, these two teams very close. You see Bud Crawford there. I'm sure he's happy for Shakur Stevenson. I'm sure he's hurting for his friend Jamel Herring. You know, but at the same time, I think even Jamel. Let's make this one official first. More on that in just a minute.
Inside State Farm Arena, referee Mark Nelson calls a stop to this bout at 1 minute 30 seconds of round number 10. For your winner by technical knockout and new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson!
Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson. Improves his record now to 17-0 with 9 KOs, and more importantly, wins his second world title in his second weight class in just 17 professional fights at just 24 years old. It's very impressive.
That boy good.
Real good.
Real good.
And to be fair, I think with the way that the division is shaking out right now, I mean, do you see anybody beating him?
If you ask me, honestly, I've seen before this that no one was going to beat him.
He just cemented what you already knew tonight, and we'll take a look at how he got it done before we hear from the champ. From round one, I mean, off the stick, Shakur was determined. He came out with a purpose. You could see that tonight from opening bell.
Yeah, Jamel, you know, right away came out, was flashing the jab, was able to touch Shakur a little bit, but pretty much at the first minute, it was all Shakur Stevenson. Once he started to let his hands go and run off on Jamel when he stood in front of him, you know, it was pretty much a wrap from there. He won every round after that, was able to keep his defensive prowess up, was landing almost at will when he did let his hands go, and seemed to just be building the pressure and the damage round after round. Jamel's face started to mark up by the mid-rounds. And then finally, I think it was round number 9, the cut opened up as the end of round number 9. The referee stopped to get it looked at right away because it was bleeding pretty badly. And then, as if Shakur was literally seeing the blood on the water, went in for the kill, and the referee had seen enough, stepped in. Jamel was upset, of course, wanted to keep fighting.
And that's the new piece of hardware, and a big smile from the new champion, Shakur Stevenson. You see the tattoo that they were just showing behind the ear. That is the name of his soon-to-be daughter, Leilani, due in December. So he said he wanted more than anything to be a 2-division world champion by the time that his daughter was born, and have that belt. Mission accomplished for Shakur Stevenson tonight.
State of boxing in Atlanta, Georgia, where Shakur Stevenson just had a breakout performance. Shakur, we had asked you before, was Jamel Herring the man to bring out the best in you? Did he?
Most definitely. I feel like Jamel Herring is a great fighter. He's tough. He's real tough. He got great boxing skill. He got great power. I was just the better man tonight.
What was said after the fight? Because there was a lot said before, and I know that it's gamemanship, and I know that there's no friends, but what was said after the fight?
I mean, it was no friends because we was fighting. But now that we're not fighting, I love Jamel Herring. He's definitely my friend. I don't got no problem with Jamel. Hey, to his wife, I'm sorry. I don't want no trouble with you. She's tough.
Yeah, she doesn't mess around, but neither did you tonight. What was it about your performance that made you happiest?
I want to thank Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley was criticizing me, calling me boring. So I wanted a fun fight. I wanted to perform, show my skill, show my boxing skill, my defense, my power. I showed everything tonight.
You did. Yep. What was most impressive is you were standing in front of Jamel Herring, and much like you have been able to do throughout your career, you were unhittable for parts of the fight. When did you know you had this fight won?
Around like the fifth round. I had landed everything. I was winning clearly. And then he started trying to come on. And when he started trying to come on, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a break, and then step it back up later.
Jamel, his left eye started to swell early, but then that cut happened. What did you think when you saw that blood streaming from his face?
I smelled blood. I saw he was bleeding. I'm like, okay, I got to attack the cut. So every punch I was looking for, I was trying to touch the cut, just to make the doctor stop it.
The first title you ever won was a vacant belt. This one you had to take from another fighter. How did that feel?
It felt amazing. I want to be a superstar in the sport. I'm here to last. I take my craft very serious. I'm disciplined. I did a strong camp. I want to thank my team, Coach Wally Moses, Jack, Dirk, Kay. I had a strong team. They got me prepared for this, and we was in the gym grinding.
Everyone talks about...
I love my family and friends, too. I appreciate y'all.
Everyone talks about the young princes, kings, whatever you want to call them, at 135 who don't step into the ring against one another. But here at 130, there's champions who want to fight. Who do you want to fight?
I mean, there's only one fight left at the end of the day. It's the biggest fight in the division. Oscar can't keep ducking. It's time for him to fight. It's me versus Oscar Valdez. There's nothing else to look forward to. The 130-pound division, we need to unify. Let's get it.
That's exactly what boxing needs. Shakur, one last message to your fans who came out in force here in Atlanta.
I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh, yeah, shout out to Jay Prince, Antonio Leonard, Andre Ward, Josh Dubin, everybody. I appreciate everybody that helped me out.
Thank you very much, Shakur. Congratulations. Enjoy your victory tonight. And one last hug from Jamel Herring. Jamel, we've seen this story before. A fighter who just steps in against a young man with a dream and with talent. What was it like to be in there with Shakur Stevenson tonight?
First of all, I just want to thank God for allowing me to still compete at a high level, such as this magnitude in a great fight. Congrats to Shakur Stevenson. Also, like I said, I just want to apologize to everybody back in, Gordon Heights Quorum. I tried for y'all. Shout out to my man, Coach Levitt, Triple Threat in Colorado Springs. Everybody in Omaha, Nebraska, United States Marine Corps. My apologies, I tried.
Nothing to apologize. You are all class as always. But describe to me what it's like to have Shakur in the ring, because the statistics don't lie, and he's been virtually unhittable his entire career.
He's just sharp. He's sharp and slick. His eye coordination is very good. I'm not taking him to the room. No excuses. He was just the better man tonight. And I started slow, but after a while, I see that like I said yesterday, I can't do the chess match with him, so I had to bite down and show that grit and push forward.
Bo, that was part of your game plan, was to take the fight to him. He was able to do it in spots, but what was it about Shakur that he just was able to overcome?
Younger, faster. He was sharp. He was sharp tonight. And I take my hat off to Kay, Papa, Shakur, Dirk, the whole team over there.
You talked about him hopefully slowing down, but yet he didn't. What about him standing in the ring and holding his ground tonight?
I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to move like his last fight and his other couple fights. But, they had a good game plan. He executed, and he got the win.
And now, Jamel, we've seen you deal with cuts before. What's next for you?
I think I'm my family, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, of course, my man Bomac wants me just to, wipe myself off and go back to the gym. There's no quit in me. I've been labeled everything. But I wanted to show that, no matter what, I push through anything. No matter what adversity, I'll push through everything. But at the same time, I do got to think about my family, especially my two daughters with autism. I gotta start looking out for more of them. Of course, I'll put myself through hell and back, but at the end of the day, I gotta start thinking about the people that really care about me and love me. And like I said, no one expected me to get this far, and I'm just grateful. But I just gotta wait and see. I gotta wait and see what happens next.